Next on our agenda is Mr. Gilbert. Mr. Gilbert is here to speak to us about the drug testing policy.
Good evening.
Introduce yourself, sorry, thank you. We didn't mean to interrupt you.
I am Heath Gilbert, and I am a resident. Excuse me. All these documents, links, and policies I'm about to share are available for everybody to see on the website CameronSchoolDistrictExposed.com. In August of 22, I approached the administrators of the high school and at the central office over my concern with the student drug testing policy being discriminatory. I attempted to contact the Board of Education. My concerns were ignored. We did nothing. In September of 22, I addressed the board in a closed session for 15 minutes. I expressed my concern and provided you with pages of those concerns and my questions. My questions went unanswered and my concerns were ignored. The school staff at the high school were instructed not to discuss the drug testing policy with me. In October of 22, I filed a complaint with the Board of Education about the district ignoring my concerns about the drug testing policy. That formal complaint was ignored, and you failed to respond in accordance with policy. In October of 22, I filed a formal complaint after learning of an additional way the policy was discriminatory. You ignored that complaint and failed to respond to it as policy requires. You did nothing but ignore me. On December 7th of 22, I recorded a conversation with a central office administrator where they admitted they do not know which drug test policies are being conducted and that they were unconcerned that they did not know. I shared that information with you because the policy requires specific drug tests to be conducted. You ignored that audio and my concerns that the district wasn't following policy. In March of 23, I filed a formal complaint with the district for not complying with policy on student drug test. That complaint was ignored. This body did nothing to correct the problem. In August of 23, I received an email from the superintendent's office confirming my March 1st complaint that the test required by district policy is indeed not being conducted. This body did nothing with that information and continued to violate district policy on drug testing. You ignored me. You did nothing. In this policy, drug policy, you selectively deny students some privileges, not all, if their parents do not surrender their child's 4th and 14th Amendment rights. You enforce this random drug testing policy on students, but have no drug testing requirement for staff. The district ignores students who show up at school reeking of marijuana. You send mixed signals. You tell us that you are not taking on the role of parents. The drug testing policy states, I quote, "The key goal of this program is opening the lines of communication between students and parents about the serious matter of drug use and abuse," end quote. That is neither your responsibility nor your right to force these discussions. Less than half of the students in Cameron are grade level proficient in reading, math, and science. You are not taking care of your responsibilities while trying to dictate to parents what conversations they should have with their children. You are using our tax dollars to force us to have these conversations with our children and comply with your will. And you are on the record stating that the district should follow policy completely. I think we all agree you should. I ask that you make a motion to suspend this drug testing policy until these complaints can be investigated, the policy can be reviewed, and necessary corrections made. You force me to comply with policy but ignore it when the district willfully makes policy violations. Someone, please take these blatant policy violations seriously. Stop ignoring concerned parents and citizens. Perhaps now the citizens of Cameron will see why I'm so very frustrated with this board and school district.